What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So today I'm back with another build in the world of Copperdale, which is the world that came with the new high school years expansion pack. And this is the second build that I'm doing. Well, actually, technically maybe the third one, because I'm also working on a little family home in this world over on my stream on Twitch. That one is not finished as of right now. But that's definitely also a little build that I will be sharing here on my YouTube channel, obviously. But today we're building here in the little town square of Copperdale, and I decided to build a diner in this town because I just thought that would be perfect. I thought this would be the perfect place for it as well. By default, this lot has a very cute little starter home on it, and it's just really cute. I felt so bad bulldozing it because if you didn't know, the builds for high school years, the majority of the builds for high school years were built by very, very talented builders, creators, which I always love that when the Sims team decides to hire creators to build their lots. And so yeah, the little starter home is so cute and I love it so much. But yeah, I felt really bad bulldozing it, but I just thought that this lot would be the perfect space for another little community lot. And since I'm not like limiting my packs or anything, I felt like using Dine Out for this world would actually be perfect, and I decided to create a little diner. Now it's very simple, it's really small as well, because this lot, I mean, obviously this lot is only a 20 by 15, so it's really small. It was actually a very nice size for a diner. I thought I was gonna run into some issues with it being too small, but I really didn't. It actually worked out perfectly fine. I wanted it to be quite small as well, and just not very luxurious or anything by any means. It's not like fancy or anything. I really wanted this to be a fun place for your teenagers to come hang out, maybe have a little bit of an after party or like before party for prom or something like that, when everyone goes out for like burgers and milkshakes, stuff like that. Like that's really the sort of place that I saw that I like had in my mind for this little diner that I built. Speaking of which, I did actually forget to set a specific menu. So I think it just has the default regular menu, which is a bit of a shame because I would have liked that, but I forgot and it's already up on the gallery, which that's totally fine. So if you want to go ahead and swap that or change that. Same goes for the outfits, the staff outfits, basically. I didn't change those either. I don't even know if that would translate through the gallery. I think it would, but I'm not sure. But in any case, I forgot to do both of those things, sadly. But if you want to do that, then you can obviously go ahead and do so. But this diner is very, very simple. I really wanted the inside to make sense, so that's kind of what I based it off of. You could see by the way I built it, I got started with the exterior, obviously, and then I made sure I had the space for like booths and stuff like that, tables in the kitchen and the bathroom, and then I went back to decorate more of the exterior, which I never really do that. I usually just focus on the exterior first, and then I'll see whatever I end up with and make that work for the interior. But for this one, I really wanted it to make sense and I wanted it to be gameplay friendly. Because I just think this would be a very useful little thing. If you have Dine Out in your game, then I feel like this would be a very useful little thing just to use for your teens, like on the weekend, if they want to go out for dinner, or like I said, burgers and shakes with friends before prom or after prom, or just on a regular Saturday or Friday. I don't know. I just feel like this would be the perfect little place for that. And as you can see, I really based it off of the little buildings that are in this town square, the little debug builds basically that you can't really travel to, that are just placed like filler builds basically. I really looked at those and took that for inspiration for this one. At first, I really wanted to do something with the curved walls because you can build such fun like 70s or 60s or like even 50s inspired diners with the curved walls. I feel like that would be so fun. So originally that is what I wanted to do, but that would not really make sense compared to the other buildings in this area. It would just look very out of place, and I'm sure that I could have made it like fun and quirky and different and still make it blend in somehow, but it was just, I don't know, I didn't really feel like doing that here. This was not really the vibe That just wasn't really the vibe that would fit here best, I felt like. So I decided to just take some inspiration from the surrounding buildings and go with that. So it's just a very square, simple little diner. It's very simple. It's really not difficult to recreate this one if you want to do that. It's just a very basic, simple little diner, but I love how it came out. I did have some fun with colors and with a bunch of debug stuff from the high school years pack. You can see that I placed a couple of those planters where I put trees. And one thing that I really, really loved for this build, you can see that it's on a bit of a stilted foundation area type thing. I don't really know how to explain it. But basically the whole floor surrounding it is a wooden floor. And usually what happens with these lots in The Sims is that we don't have a matching terrain paint or flooring to make it blend in seamlessly. Well, for this specific lot, for this specific flooring, they fixed that for us because as you can see, the wooden floor that I'm using for this lot is actually a floor that came with the base game update from last week. At first, when I saw this floor in like early access videos from Game Changers or creators, EA Creator Network members, or I don't really know what else to call them these days, but you could see that they were using this floor, and for some reason I thought like, I was sure it would come with high school years. But it's actually a base game flooring, which is really, really nice. So everyone who has the base game and updated their game has this wooden flooring, and I cannot stop using it. I use it in my high school. I'm using it in that little family home that I'm working on still on stream. I'm using it for this build. I'm using it everywhere. I cannot stop using it. It's so cute. It's really, really nice. So yeah, I'm using it for this one again, but you can really see the build come together now. I used a whole bunch of debug planters because, well, since this build is on a little patio area or like wooden, I really don't know how to explain it, but you can basically see it. It wouldn't really make sense to have like grass patches here and like do a whole bunch of terrain painting and do a whole bunch of like landscaping and stuff. That would just not really make sense. So I decided not to do that. And I really used a whole bunch of these debug planter boxes that came with the high school years pack, which is nice because you can see them all around in the world as well, because they are debug items from this specific world. So it really makes it blend in seamlessly, and I feel like it just turned out so cute. So yeah, let me know. I talked about this in my high school build voiceover as well, but did you buy the pack? Did you play around with it? Are you enjoying it? Are there things you're missing in this world or in this game, or things you're disappointed by, or stuff that you really, really like? Let me know your thoughts on this pack. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've been building a lot the past few days, and I don't know, I have been really enjoying the build buy stuff. I think it's so cute. I really try to incorporate as much of the new stuff as possible in this build. However, for this one, it was a little bit more difficult because this is a diner and not a teenager's bedroom or a high school. So it was a little bit more difficult to make those items make sense. I do think I used the little shelving unit with the prizes. I'm really lost on the word for that right now. But I did place that in here because for some reason I felt like that could really work in a diner as well. Maybe they hold like some sort of like competitions in here, or maybe they have like game nights where you can win prizes. I don't know. I just felt like it'd be fun. And I also feel like this is really one of those little diners that has been here for generations. I really tried to make it look not the nicest, not the prettiest, but still cute. Definitely a little bit on the older side, a little bit more dated, but still really cute. So I really feel like this place has been around here for generations, and all like the Copperdale families, like all of the generations as teenagers used to come here all the time. So I feel like this place just has a lot of history to it, a lot of lore, if you will. That is really what I could see for this little diner, and I feel like that is just a really cute idea. And here I was trying to fiddle around, or I was fiddling around trying to fit in all these things that you need. So you need like the host station and also a waiter station. So I made those work in here. It was a little bit of a difficult task to make the host station fit in anywhere where it wouldn't be like completely in the way, like in the middle of the room. But I figured it out. I just built in the booths a little bit more with some half walls, which I've never done before, but it actually looks really cute. So I used a couple of half walls around the place to build them in a little bit more and to not have the host of the diner like stand right there next to you while you're sitting in that booth eating your food. So yeah, that's what I tried to do. And then I really wanted to try and use some new curtains from the pack, but those curtains are just a little bit too teenage bedroom-like, and I couldn't really make them work in here. So I decided to go for mostly base game curtains. And pack-wise for this build, I mean, obviously I used Dine Out, and I also used High School Years, but for the rest, it's mostly base game, I believe. I did use Get to Work because, once again, I talked about this in my High School Years, or in my high school build as well. I have to use the hand sanitizer and the paper towels in builds like this. And those items come with Get to Work. So I decided to use Get to Work for this one as well. But then for the rest, I feel like we should be pretty set on packs. It doesn't really use any other packs. I was really trying to keep an eye on that because I feel like this diner would be so useful for gameplay, and I really want the majority of you guys to be able to download it. So that's what I decided to do. And here I was just trying to fit in some decorations. I thought the bright painting would be really cute, but I decided to get rid of it in the end because it would just become a little bit of a mismatch of different paintings, which, I mean, again, would work for a place like this. But later on, I swapped 2 of the paintings out for menu boards because I realized that I didn't really have any menu boards around this place at all. For some reason, I just totally spaced out and forgot to do that. I mean, obviously you would get a menu from the waiter when you're sitting at your table, but still I felt like it'd be fun to have something on the wall with like weekly specials or daily specials even. I don't really know. I just thought that that would make sense. And then here through these double doors, we have the kitchen and a little hallway leading to the back porch basically, or like the back area, because I did place a couple of picnic tables in the back as well, which I think also count as restaurant like diner seats basically, so you could be seated there as well, which is really cute. So if the weather is nice, maybe you'll be seated outdoors and you can just sit at a picnic table with your friends. And then there's also two-seater chairs out on the front porch. So if you're a little bit more on like a romantic date or something before prom, I don't know, maybe you'll get lucky and get one of those 2-seater tables on the front porch. I think those are really cute. So yeah, so that's what I did. And here you can see I was swapping out a couple of the paintings for the menu boards to really try and make it a little bit more diner-like. I thought that would be quite cute. And then we also have some bathrooms. One thing I actually did forget to put around the place are trash cans. I did put a dumpster outside off to the side of the lot, but then for some reason, other than the bathrooms, I totally forgot to place down any trash cans. So off camera, I quickly placed a little trash can in the hallway. There is no actual trash can in the kitchen, but the kitchen does have a closed off little porch area with an outdoor bin. So I feel like that makes sense. But for the rest, I didn't really have the space for any trash cans, which is fine. The lot is functional this way, and there's definitely a couple of trash cans. And like I said, a dumpster, as well as another outdoor bin as well. So you should be set there. I feel like that's pretty realistic. But then here we have the bathrooms. I was thinking of using the booths for this, but, or not the booths, the stalls is what they're called. My brain is a little mushy today. I'm coming down with something. It's a little bit annoying. I'll be fine though. But yeah, that's why my brain is a little bit mushy and I'm a little bit slow with things, but that's okay. But yeah, the toilet stalls didn't really work in here, so I decided to not do that and just go with my original idea, which was just closed up bathrooms. And I feel like that makes the most sense. And then out here in the back, at first I really wanted to try and use the higher tables with bar stools from the High School Years pack, but they looked a little bit too fancy to my liking. They would really work in like a 50s or 70s inspired sort of diner, but not for this one. So I went with picnic tables. But that's it for this build. So let's jump right into the game and I'll show you the diner in real time. So here we have the little diner in the game. I just traveled to this lot, so everyone is just kind of awkwardly standing around. So is the chef, but that's okay. They will walk towards the kitchen. Everything is functional. I already play tested it, so that's nice. But yeah, here we have the little front porch. I placed a few of those boards around the place. And then here you can see we have a little table and then another one over here as well. So a couple cute little like dating tables. Ooh, looks like we have a second chef coming in. That's nice. But then when we go inside, looks like there's already some people being seated, which is really cute. So we have a couple of regular chairs, and then for the rest, it's just mainly booths. So we have a couple of those over here on this side and a couple more over here on the other side. And then here we have the host station, we have a waiter station, and then over here we have the door to the bathrooms, which these are very basic, but they're functional and cute, and I really thought they would make sense. So here we have this little hallway with another waiter station, and I also placed a trash can in here. And then through here is where we have the kitchen. It's very cramped, but it's definitely functional. So yeah, that all works. And then we have a trash can out here as well. And then here outside is where we have a couple picnic benches and just some flowers and other decorations. So yeah, this is a very, very short little tour, but the build itself is just very small and very simple. Over here, you can see a few more details. Over on the side of the lot, we have the dumpster. We have some like murals over here and just some pipes on the wall and some bikes parked around over here on this side as well. But basically, that is it for this little diner. So the Town Square Diner is up on the gallery. I made it a teen hangout, or a teen neighborhood is what it's called. I felt like that would be fitting for this world and for this specific expansion pack. So that's what I did. But yeah, I built it on a 20 by 15 in the town square of Copperdale. So if you want to place it in your game, then that's where it goes. It didn't show it before, but these are the packs that I use. So obviously high school years, I used Eco Lifestyle because of the dumpster. I used Discover University for something. I don't know. Oh, the bikes, of course, yes, obviously. I used Get to Work for a couple decorations, and then obviously Dine Out and Base Game for the majority of the lot. So it should be fairly easy to download. But that is going to be it for this build, so I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/SimmarySims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!